Hey there, and happy Sunday. Today is March the 15th, I believe, and I've been trying to actually record this video for the last couple of days. Let me see if I can get to where I'm a little more comfortable. Um, I've been actually trying to record this video for the last maybe 3 days. I've recorded it unsuccessfully because it seems to be a panic everywhere. I just came back from the beach, and I thought, okay, since I know in my area uh, tissue and paper towels are like a has-been, they're not on the shelves. Maybe I can go somewhere else to another town and find these commodities, and lo and behold, they're gone from there as well. And so I was just wondering, what is it with the tissue and the paper towels? What are we doing? Like, what is it about the coronavirus that is requiring that we buy all the tissue and the paper towels? So maybe I'm missing something here. I'll be the first to admit that, but I will say the things that I have not missed is things that we really need to pay close attention to. And so while I was there, I noticed that no one was so concerned about what would actually help us to prepare for the coronavirus, or as any virus, and that would be something that will help build your immune system. Tissue and paper towels are going to run out anyway, so I don't know. I'm off the charts with that one. And I understand the hand sanitizer, but hey, wash your hands. Um, but first things first, when it comes to preparing the immune system, or when you're facing anything, any crisis, first thing, first rule is do not panic. Number one, when you go into a mode of panic, you're shutting down your immune system right there. You're adding undue stress to the body, and therefore you're adding undue stress to the your natural defense system, and it's going to be compromised and not work. So you don't stress. Instead, you don't panic. You just prepare. Okay. And as with anything, I'm going to tell you that your first line of defense, 9 times out of 10, besides sustain your skin, is going to be your diet. Because whatever goes inside the body's going to use it, hopefully to benefit itself. But we are, of course, we fall in prey to eating foods that really compromise and delineate the immune system. So let's just talk about a few things that will build it up. Um, in order to better prepare, you want to cut out foods that cause your immune system to um, enter into war and cause a cascade of inflammation in the body. So stay away from anything white, like your white potatoes, white sugar, white rice, milk, um, you white flour, white bread. You stay away from those things because those foods cause mucus to build up in the body. And so, from my understanding, the coronavirus causes an over or an excessive amount of fluid in your respiratory tract. So, you don't want to help it out. Don't put the bullets in the gun with processed foods or white foods, which leads me to processed foods. You don't want to um, really consume processed foods as it is, but definitely in wake of this. And if it's anyone that's already sick, then definitely steer away from anything that is not has not been created by the Creator. You want to stay away from the foods that were created by man, and use to your advantage foods that are going to repair cells if cells have been damaged. Foods that will cause a natural diuresis, which will cause, in effect, a natural detox. So melons, definitely eat your melons. Your green leafy vegetables, they're going to be full of fiber, be full of antioxidants, and help the body to get rid of any toxins that are there. They're also going to promote Um, the it's going to stimulate the production of white blood cells, which are your natural killers. So your spirulina, spinach, kale, romaine lettuce, Swiss chard. You want to include those foods in your diet every day. Put them in a smoothie if you don't like the taste of them, okay? You also want to include berries in your diet. They are full of antioxidants and they're going to get rid of those free radicals that float around, and free radicals are present with illness. You can chew garlic every day. If you don't want to chew the garlic, then you can get the capsules, 400 milligrams of garlic a day at least. And then if you want to consume it, which is probably a less expensive way to do it and it's really tasty, you can roast the garlic, saute the garlic, put it in your meals. But using garlic powder is not going to give you enough. So no, that's not the option. You really want to make sure that you are consuming enough. Your red or purple onions, they are extremely effective against any respiratory bugs that we have. And also, you want to make sure that you're getting an adequate amount of water. You have to make sure that the kidneys are flushed properly, because they are also extremely important in flushing out toxins from the body. So you got to make sure that your kidneys are functioning well. Also, eat lots of your red, yellow, orange vegetables and fruits, so that you can make sure that your circulation is at its optimal level, because whatever nutrients you're putting into the body, you want them to circulate and hit all of your vital organs. Um, for your lungs, particularly grapeseed, you can do grapeseed extract, or eat the grapes that have the seeds. Eat the grapes that have the seeds. I use grapeseed oil. That's what I use. And that is known. I mean, grapes are really good for the lungs and for your alveoli, which are the air sacs in your lungs. But they also reduce swelling and inflammation. So, um, just learn to utilize your foods that you have. You can add um, elderberry, which is an herb that you can use, echinacea. You can also use, just like you would fighting off a cold, add those things to honey, raw honey, that is, lemon, tea. Um, Drink that if you are having a problem with congestion. And then something that we don't consider is making sure that we get enough rest. If you are tired, your body is already compromised. So I suggest that you drink a sedating tea, namely chamomile or some type of herbal tea that will induce sleep. Because if you're not resting well, your body's not prepared for war. These things are the things that you need to do on a regular basis anyway. And then there's something else that I have that's in my arsenal, and I think I have it here. This is something I wanted to make sure I went out there and got before I put it out there on the market. But I'm putting this out there for your elderly people, or anyone who has chronic illness, or someone that has a compromised immune system already. If you're fighting off diabetes, which impedes healing, your high blood pressure, or congestive heart failure, which causes a congestion in your lungs and in your vascular system already, so you can harbor bacteria there. Silver is really, really, really effective against viruses. Um, from my research, I've seen that it was effective against HIV, it was effective against smallpox, and so I'm just using deductive reasoning here to say that it's probably going to be effective against coronavirus. And then something else we may not think about is sunlight. Fresh air, pranayama breathing will burn within here and get rid of any toxins, even lowers blood pressure. Just deep breathing and sunlight. Those are essential components for fighting off any illness. Um, so I just wanted to briefly kind of go over some things that I know would be effective. Hand washing, adequate rest, eating properly, deep breathing, sunlight, and a proper state of mind. So just remember, in the face of illness or crisis, you don't want to panic. You just want to be prepared.